So who exactly are you to her? Like, are you family? Are you a significant other? I'm not married to her or nothing. I'm not blood or nothing. I'm her ex-boyfriend. Ex-boyfriend. Alright, so are you like the closest of kin to Melissa? Yeah, so she doesn't have any other family. She has a dad in another state that she don't talk to. I don't think she's spoken to him in like a year. Why do you ask? Is she like in serious condition? Is she gonna pull through? She lost a lot of blood. We're keeping her sedated. She is stable. But in situations like these, we would contact the family and her closest people in her life. So that's why I ask. Alright, you gave me a rundown and like what happened and stuff, but in terms of her recovery, what are we looking at here? She's stable at the current moment. Obviously, things can change on a whim. Like I said, she lost a lot of blood. It's a very severe injury. We are working to keep it on the positive side of things, but it's minute by minute right now. All right, understood. Thank you, doctor. Are you gonna be staying in the hospital? Yeah. I'm gonna be here until she wakes up. You know, Uncle, it's been a while since I actually like paid attention to our church because of just life and, you know, doing my own thing with my own businesses. But now that I consider taking it over one day with Charlotte by my side, I don't know. The way I was raised, to have like a Catholic priest in a megachurch, and we also have pastor, and there are just some things that like I feel like we're rule breaking. What do you mean? I don't follow. Well, is it like a slap in the face to the priest to have him working in a, I don't even know if you want to call it working, but standing on stage in a mega church, and then, you know, they're just principles of, yeah. We have a priest, we have a reverend, we have a pastor, we have all different types of speakers from Catholicism, Christianity, everyone under one roof. That's how I like it. That's what separates my church from every other church in town, every other church in the country. I do it my way. I get that, Uncle, but we want to grow, don't we? And when you have certain speakers on stage from a certain faith-based background, it doesn't make sense to have, give a rat's hat. Do people come through the door? Do people... When was the last time you heard someone stand up and say, why do we have a Catholic priest in a megachurch? What I'm doing is working. You're not running my church, so shut your mouth. Last priest you had kidnapped my daughter. Are your priests even accredited? Or do they just throw on a collar? You're not gonna talk to me like that if you want me to be part of this. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. You know, I deal with a lot of knuckleheads during the week. Knuckleheads that think they know it all. But I didn't mean to take it out on you. You're right. We have a priest who has a wife. We have various pastors that sometimes I don't even do a real big deep dive in their history, because to me it's about the message that they bring to the stage. That's what I care about. Yeah. Is it about the message, or is it about just getting as much money as possible? And you're afraid to actually stick to the rules of Catholicism or Christianity and keep your church running the way other churches do, because it closes off other customers and views and engagement, right? It's not all about money, Brian. It's not all about views and engagement. It's about what I want to do. It's always about what I want to do, and if you don't want to be a part of that, leave, unfollow, walk away. I'm not rewriting the Bible, as you would say. I'm interpreting it my way. Don't you think that, oh, we can't have a priest in here in a mega church? Don't you think that's a little limiting? It's like only serving burgers. I cater to everyone. Sometimes interpretation is rewriting, but I want to know if I one day do take over this business of ours, because that's what it sounds like more and more every day. It just sounds like another damn business. Are you still going to talk to me like this when I come to you with an idea? Because I'll let you know right now. When I spoke the other day, there was someone that came up to me and said, "Hey, are you a priest?" I said, "No." And then there was another person who came up to me and said, "Hey, how come you have this priest doing this and meanwhile you're doing that?" And I had no answer for them. So when I come to you for an idea that may be valid, that may be coming up from the people who walk through your door, are you still going to talk to me like I'm 5 years old? Because that's not going to work for me. I run businesses. I'm not a child. No. I wouldn't speak to you that way. And I shouldn't have spoken to you that way right now. Not at all. Here's the thing. If you ever run this church, this family business, you can change things. I like to call it a mega church and redefine the term because it opens things up, right? You can do what you want. We work with some Catholic schools, we work with some private schools, we work with some public schools. We were working with some hospitals, and we do fundraisers all over the place. But when you run this place, if you want to purely focus on the Catholicism part of things and simplify and reduce your network, fine. As long as the bottom line doesn't change, as long as we're still receiving the same amount of funding, do what you want. You just have to understand that when I run this place right now, I'm very particular, that's all. I don't like people questioning things. I don't need the traditionalists coming in saying this is disrespectful or whatever. This is my town, my church, you know. The teachings that happen behind these walls, they go through me. Priest, pastor, reverend, billionaire, speaker, it doesn't matter. If I want them on stage, I'll put them on stage. If you don't like it, leave. Yes, it all goes back to my... Oh, wait. You just inspired something in me. I'm going to take your little criticism and I'm going to turn it into something that's going to benefit us all. I just came up with the next stage of what we will be. For the first time in the history of what we've been doing. Because church, now that you say it, it's limiting. You say church, people, what type of church? Mega church? You can't have a priest in a mega church. Oh no! We won't be a church anymore. We'll be the Montgomery Institute of Faith. Bring the priests, bring the pastors, bring the Mormons, bring them all under one roof. Let's grow. Institute of Faith, hell, what does that even mean? We could have our own urgent cares, our own schools. We can do whatever the hell we want. The Montgomery Institute of Faith, Montgomery. Because our name matters, Brian. And because you need to remember you came up with this. The Montgomery Institute of Faith. When you take over one day, the world will be your oyster, not just Serafina Town. Hey, what's up, man? Yeah, everything's good. I'm okay. I'm good. I just wanted to let you know that I'm probably not gonna be able to go to that tattoo expo. No, I genuinely really wanted to go, and I was planning on doing it. I was excited, but unfortunately, my ex-girlfriend in the hospital. Thank you. Yeah, she's stable condition. Um, she was mentally doing okay, and she kind of put herself here, type of thing. So she don't have much family. She don't have any family. So I'm here just because I don't want her to wake up by herself. Yeah. So I just don't want you to think like I'm not going because I don't want to go or because I'm lazy or something. I really did want to. Yeah, I know there'll be more, but I want you to know legitimately I'm here for like a hospital type reason. Yeah. Ah man, no, I appreciate it. Yeah. I know my son, my ex-girlfriend. It's crazy, but that's life, man. I'm not a victim, you know. Just gotta hope for the best, keep praying, and move forward. Thank you. Yeah. Thank you. I appreciate it. All right. Bye. So what happened to her? I don't know why Melissa did it. Maybe her mental health wasn't as strong as I thought it was, or maybe I pushed her away too quick. I don't know what was in her head, but she did steal my bracelet that I gave Miranda, and she used it to put herself in the hospital. I mean, I genuinely don't think that she was aiming for the hospital, but that's where she is. She's in stable condition right now. They have her sedated. So I don't know. Let me guess. You're staying in the hospital with her. By her side. Yeah, Ma. She's got nobody else. She's got no family. And I always forget that, you know? I always forget that, like, she always comes back to me because she's got nobody else. And I kicked her out. And, for what? To tattoo a little bit extra? I don't know. I'm feeling a little bad right now because I know how like fragile life is, and for me to push someone. None of this is your fault or your responsibility, so I don't understand why you're in the hospital. I don't want you around her, really. Does that make sense to you? I could have been like more caring though. Like I pushed her away so hard, and then I know she's got nobody else. Again, you shouldn't be in the hospital by her side beating yourself up for something that you did not do and it's not your responsibility. You just lost your son. She's in the hospital by herself because of her own circumstances. She doesn't have a community of people because it's her fault. She's not really the most personable person. Ma, don't be cold like that. Hey, by the way, you're like running the medical stuff in this town now, right? I mean, like you got a part, and can you just make sure, like, I don't know, if she has like the best doctors and something? I mean, probably. I probably have the power to do something like that, but I don't want to. She's in a good hospital. Why waste my time right now on someone who, frankly, has ruined my life more than she's made it better? I have bigger things to worry about. Again, Ma, you're being very cold. Like, I know she's crazy, and I know that she's toxic, and I know what she's done in the past. But I'm crazy, you're crazy, you and me are both toxic, and you and me both have terrible pasts too. You know, who would be the judge right now? She's just on the same level as us. She has mental health problems just like us. You really are sympathizing with her, aren't you? You really, she gets herself in the hospital and now you all of a sudden have such a soft spot for her. I am sympathizing with her because you know what I lacked a lot of the time in my life? Whether it was like Miranda's pregnancy stuff or whatever. Empathy. And I'm trying to be more empathetic towards people. If I have to stay here on this earth when my son isn't here, I want to at least feel stuff and like relate to people. Look, I'm being cold, and I'm being a little harsh on her, and lacking sympathy because for once in my life as a mother, I had the ability to distract myself with the fact that my son is actually doing something with his life. You've got a great career starting, and I sit around and I wonder what it could become. If I don't have a grandson anymore, maybe, I don't know, maybe my kids will be happier than me and more well off. I don't want her distracting you from that. You've always been distracted by romance. Alright, but what's a fancy tattoo career? And what's all the money in the world or whatever if I'm not like a human being and if I'm not treating people right? You know? This was a girl that leaned on me because, she's got her issues, and I could have been better. I could have like tolerated her a little bit better or something. The fancy career can get you a lot of other places than Melissa can. 30 years from now, when you look back, I think you'll be more proud to have your work out there and tattoos on people rather than dealing with Melissa's chaos. And can I just point out one other thing, Ma? She has saved my life a couple times. She did do you a favor. And it wasn't her that spiked my Mountain Dew. It was your boyfriend. She pulled me out and saved me. I'm not saying I want to date her or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, maybe not be so cold right now. I am essentially the head of the family, replacing Nanny Agatha until we figure out what the hell's going on with her. And I also am now overseeing most of the medical crap in this town. So I have to be cold. I have to be a leader. I don't have time for your Melissa games anymore. I do like it a lot. It feels like home. I just want a place that feels like home, if that makes sense. I know I'm not your typical home buyer, I guess. In terms of like, what are the pipes like? But I'm going by what I feel, I guess.
I'm no expert in selling homes. This is my first time selling a house. And I like to kind of ask, what are the things you don't like about the house? Because if I want to sell it to someone, I want to make sure that the things they don't like aren't life-changing. I don't know. I want to sell this house in good faith.
Well, if there are things that I don't like, probably the kitchen reminds me a lot of my own. There was tragedy in my own kitchen, which is why I'm looking for a house in the first place.
I see. Wait a minute. Miranda Riley. I've heard that. Oh my, you're the mom with Junior, right? That I don't have to say it.
Yeah, that's me. Nice to meet you.
I am so sorry that you had to go through something like that. I don't have words. Selling a house kind of seems so insignificant in terms of what you're going through.
I appreciate it, but I am so past getting people's sympathy and receiving well wishes and stuff. Kind of just want to focus on looking for a home and stuff like that. I have my grief in my own little personal suitcase that, it's there. I don't need to hold the suitcase all day. If that makes sense.
I see. So, the fact that you're looking at my house and it's so far away from Serafina Town, you're really looking to like move away, huh?
Yeah, that's the point. I wanted to get out of Serafina town and just move to a whole different state, you know.
Not to get into your personal business, but I see your other daughter over there, and in the stroller. How would her father feel about that?
For someone who's trying to sell a house, you you have a lot of questions. No offense.
I'm sorry. It's just my dad built this house in the 70s, so like I said, it's the first time I've ever sold a home, and I just want to make sure that, like you said, it feels like a home rather than just some building you're escaping to. He really busted his butt building this place. I don't want to sell it with bad intentions, you know? Not that, I think you're bad intentioned, but you know what I mean.
Well, if one of the right reasons is a mom starting over with her baby, doing her best to get a wrangle on her mental health and just start fresh for the 50 millionth time, then I think this might be my final open house. I think I might want this place if you're willing to sell it to me.
Well, you know what? I think that reason's good enough for me. You know? And again, I'm terribly sorry for what you went through.